Partly.
Yeah.
Not because we were not ready to go, and as a result of the register being incomplete, or
when you say partly, that means that is part of it, and there are other things too. So yes, getting the funds ready that as much as we needed is part of the factors that caused the delay. But of course, in planning, in organizing how the payment will be done itself. There are a lot of things that had to be straightened out. How to pick the banks that we're going to be paying the monies to. Quite a lot of process that goes into that. Quite a number of things, that took the time. But I think we are delighted that Nigerians are happy that at least we've started the program, and we keep going on the program, and it will be one day at a time.
It would have been good if you could give us a definitive date when the rest of, the 6 states in the 9-state pilot program will be able to get their funds. Because I'm sure they will be anxious as well to be able to get it. And because there are questions. If the initial state, which you say that the federal government worked with the World Bank because they already had a register,
yes.
Have started the scheme, there'll be questions as to what do you think is going to happen in the other states where the World Bank did not have a register, and how soon do you think that you'll be getting across to those people there, especially since it's supposed to be for citizens of the Federation?
Well, I mean, Mark, this program has started, and money has been released. More money is going to be released for all the states. We're going to continue with the process. We're going to mobilize the communities in the next set of states, that we come on, and we are making progress. We want to focus more on, how we're going to get this program done than looking backwards, and I do appreciate your concerns, but the assurance is there that we've started. Very important. We got to the point that we have started implementing the program. We are going to go all the way for those 9 pilot states, and we're going to start, the mobilization for the community-based targeting of the poorest and the most vulnerable in more additional states, and we're on a roll.
I asked Mr. Ogunsheye earlier whether or not he thought that, the 5,000 naira that the APC promised at the beginning, when they were campaigning, is the same value as we speak right now, because inflation has set in. Official inflation figures at 18%. Do you think that there ought to be a review of the 5,000 naira, perhaps to make it commensurate with the value of 5,000 naira said 2 years ago?
Let's deal with what we have planned at this time, and let's take it forward. If that will be important, I'm sure that it will be addressed as we go. But why not let's just deal with what we are doing now, and let us see how far we can go.
Let's take one more question from Yota.
Mr. Akonde, you said the most vulnerable people, the money goes to them directly, but the most vulnerable people that the society knows do not have BVN numbers. They don't have account numbers, most of them. So how does the money get to them? Plus, there's evidence also that some of them are collecting the money hard cash.
Well, yeah. So let's address it. Everybody in the program has a BVN already. Now, and it is true that there are instances where the people we have to collect cash because of the distance to where they are and where the banks are. So we have an arrangement with the banks in those situations to ensure that because of that logistic problem, they will get cash. So that is what is going on. But everybody does have a BVN account, and that is where government puts the money. But yes, we have a program, an agreement with the banks, to ensure that people who have distance issues from where they are to the bank, we not have to travel and spend maybe too much part of the money to collect it. So yes, you have instances where it is given in cash.
Well, let's quickly take this question about, how much has been budgeted now in the 2017. Okay, I'm afraid we're being queued to go on break. We'll continue right after this moment. To join us again. Welcome back. Mr. Laolu Akonde is still with us here, and you were answering questions earlier, but let us take you quickly on this one. Quite a number of people are saying the 500 billion naira earmarked for this year, is it just for this conditional cash transfer scheme?
No, the 500 billion, half a trillion naira, covers the entire social investment programs of the Buhari administration. So it covers the conditional cash transfer, it covers the homegrown school feeding, it covers the Empower, it covers the...
The school feeding program is still continuing?
Certainly, it has started in Anambra State a couple weeks back.
You did hear, I mean, in some states that it has stopped. For instance, in Kaduna, that was one of the states that started during this administration, has, stopped doing the program for reasons.
And I'm sure that they will be resuming very soon.
How do we know that we'll have a situation whereby we will not have schemes that start and stop?
Well, you must understand that in Kaduna, the governor actually was able to start the program even ahead of the federal government's own readiness, which was a very good thing. It just got to a point that he needed more support to get it going, and we are getting close to that point when federal government will start to fund the program even in Kaduna State. So what was happening before was that it was actually using the state funds to get it going, as was the case in Osun. But now we are preparing to start injecting federal government funds to the program in Kaduna and Osun, as in other places.
Have we taken Has there been a critical look at the problems in Kaduna and Osun? I mean, it started pretty well, and midway they just stopped.
No, I don't think Osun stopped actually. But I explained to you the situation in Kaduna already. The governor,
Osun State is not carrying out the program as we speak.
Well, I think you should check with Governor Rauf Aregbesola on that. But the important thing is that federal government is going to be injecting. We're going to be injecting federal funds to those states. Everything has been outlined, and we have started, with Anambra State. At
what point does the federal government project that the 5,000 naira stipend would have covered the entire country?
Well, the plan in the 2016 budget, what we intended to do was to cover, I think, about probably between maybe less than 18 states or thereabout. That was the initial plan, but that didn't quite pan out because of some of the issues that we've talked about. So hopefully, we have enough time in this administration to take this program all across the country, by the grace of God.
Mr. Konde, you're not giving us any definitive answers to the questions. I mean, because a lot of people will say perhaps this is just in preparation towards 2019. We do not know. So they would need specifics in terms of, so far you've not been able to tell us how many people have been covered, when it is that the remaining 6 and initial 9 will be covered, and you cannot say when the entire country will be covered by the same scheme.
And there's nothing wrong about not giving information that is not ready. At the right time, we will give the information. I believe very soon we will announce when the other states in the first phase are going to get on the program. I believe that is going to happen pretty very soon. We release the information when it is ready, properly prepared.
Can you give us a time frame specifically? Maybe 3 months and 4 months?
There's no point
6 months?
Making speculations. This program is starting already. We are planning for 9 states in the pilot scheme, and cash has been released to the 3 states. Cash is going to be released very soon to the balance of the 6, and then like I told you, there are other states that are in line to proceed with the community-based targeting to identify
Mr.
the
Konde,
people, and then we take it from there.
I must say thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily. He is the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity in the Office of the Vice President. Well, that's when we wrap up Sunrise Daily. Thank you so much for watching from here in Abuja. I'm Maokbe Ogun. Over to you in Lagos now.
I'm still very much in the dark, and I'm hoping that the government will come clear and clean on this. He says information is not available. Perhaps they must speak to that. We need to know how this is arrived at, and if you come to my neighborhood, who will identify the poorest of the poor? And for those who think that Lagos shouldn't be a pilot state, I think they're getting it all wrong, because a lot of people in some other places like Oshodi and Yanapaja, a lot of other places, they need to be on the scheme as fast as possible. I'm Sulaiman. Lede.
I'm Naira, thank you for watching.